So if you really go the whole way and see how you feel at the prospect of vanishing forever, of all your efforts and all your achievements and all your attainments turning into dust and nothingness, what is the feeling?
Welcome, loves. It's Queen Alcine here, your poetic spirit warrior. How y'all feel about that? I love that. That came to me, it resonated because a lot's been going on and I gotta catch y'all up to what's been happening. But that name is because this is a completely different woman you see sitting before you here. Okay. Yeah, as y'all can see, I'm back home. So, I gotta get into this. I'm spilling the tea, guys. We broke up. I know. Where do I even begin? Okay. So yes, we broke up and it was and is very painful. It's only been a couple weeks so far, since we've been broke up. And, that was literally my first love, my first boyfriend and everything. He was like my first with a lot of stuff, okay? So, yes, ultimately we broke up because it's always the worst when you actually being recorded and then you gotta explain why you actually broke up, because then it's like, damn, like, yo, I'm really telling people my business. But it's okay because I fuck with y'all, so I'll tell y'all what's up. So yeah, we ended up breaking up because ultimately, like, just the way how he would get and the way how I would get when we didn't agree, on something, it was too much, like we were starting to become toxic to each other. It's like we had a really good bond. I don't doubt that, we met for a reason. I don't doubt any of that, It was really, I really loved him and I really still do love him. But, I need to be able to record for you guys and do what makes me happy too, because that's one of my biggest things, is to achieve all my goals. I have a lot of goals for myself, so I'd like to be able to achieve all of those. And I actually have some things in the making right now with me and my aunt. So yes, that is and was still very painful for me, for us to be breaking up, because we talked about such serious things together. I really expected to stay out there and everything, so it's pretty sad. But through it I learned a lot about myself, and what I learned about myself was that I still had so many things that I had to heal, that I wasn't even aware of, and I would have never known that unless if I met him. That aligned perfectly. I needed to meet him to learn the lessons that led me to where I am now. And, the things that I thought I didn't heal was the trauma with me and my father, If you guys been following all of my videos from the beginning, you know that, I come from a very dysfunctional and toxic background. So it's like, yeah, I can't experience that in my relationship, because then it's gonna trigger me. And that's what was happening. I was being triggered too much, too frequently, and it was so similar, so after a while I feel like, I was just reverting back into my old self, because although I remembered all the things that I learned, about being positive and being patient, I was doing that. I was exercising those things, not always in the moment, but then I'd stop, and when I became aware of how I was adding to it, I'd try to redirect it. But ultimately, we still just need more time. And I'm okay with that, because every day I'm worried about, growing and just becoming the best version of myself possible. I've never been this motivated in my life. I promise you, like, it's a different type of motivation, because that pain is so intense. Like, God damn it. Because I feel, if you guys know me, well, you guys probably don't know this about me, but I never had a relationship. I never been good with relationships because of what I saw when I was younger, so I never wanted it. I was like, hell no. I don't want no damn relationship, because I don't want no man feeling like he can control me, or, just certain shit that I saw, Yeah, I learned a lot about myself, and that I still had many things to heal with my father. But meeting him, it's like, since me and my father don't talk, and I don't feel the need to talk to my father or anything like that. Um, because after a while, you just get tired of going out your way to speak to people that don't really truly want to speak to you. So it's like, I'm gonna just leave that alone. You know. But anyways, so through my experience, what this taught me was that I can heal my trauma and my ill feelings that I didn't even know was still there towards my father. I can heal that through my ex. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we still speak now. It's not really, we still speak now, so it's like, I'm happy about that, because that's all I wanted. I don't want nothing to end and feel illy about that person, because I just learned, especially after I walk away from something, I really truly see like how it happened, why, just things like that. So, yeah, what's funny is that when I was there and I was experiencing certain things that I didn't like, I would just think to myself, like, nah, this is my manifestation. Like, there's no way that he can't be my soulmate. There's no way. This is impossible. The way how we connect, the way how we just so similar. There's no way this is not my soulmate, you know. But ultimately, when it came to an end, I had to realize that at the end of the day, certain things that happened, I didn't ask for that at all. No, I didn't like it. I didn't expect it. It really threw me, But at the end of the day, that's exactly what I asked for a couple years ago. So who can I be mad at? I can't be mad at a soul, because it's what I asked for. When I was about 18, like all through my teen years, I'd always say, like, I need an aggressive man. I need my man to be aggressive, because he need to be able to put me in my place. And, like, I need a strong man. It's basically what I wanted. But I didn't have the vocabulary. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't have the capacity to understand what I wanted was just a man who knows his self, who knows his worth. Just a man, not an aggressive one, but that's still what I got. I got an aggressive man, and I really couldn't handle it now, because I'm a completely different person now. Now I'm very spiritually in tune. Now I'm more in tune with my emotions, so I really can't function too well with an aggressive man, because it's gonna remind me of my past if it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's funny, what we get what we ask for, but then we ask, like, why did I get this? I understand, because I had to heal that within myself. Now I don't look for, I need a man to kind of control me. That's what I was looking for, but I knew I wouldn't like that. So it's funny, the type of things that we'll ask for. But once you really see what love is too, how love is supposed to function, and how you want love to function, because that's different for everyone. Everybody doesn't look for the same things in love. But a love that I'm looking for now has to be calm, bring me peace, like, just mostly good times. I know that everything is not perfect in a relationship, but the bad can't be bad enough to trigger me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be triggered no more. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, ultimately I had to end for that reason. I was being triggered too often, just triggered too often, yeah, and I didn't get to pursue what I wanted to pursue, which is YouTube and posting my poems and things like that. And also, guys, I want you guys, let me know if you would like me to start reading some of my poems while I'm talking too, like how I'm just posting the YouTube videos. Would you guys like me to read some poems sometimes? Let me know. Comment down below if you guys think that would be a good idea, but it's just a suggestion. So yeah. And also, ultimately, what I learned too at the end of all of this was that was an ending of a cycle, me experiencing that with him. That was like, because that was the most painful, and now through it is like, oh damn, like, I'm not even gonna allow myself to experience that anymore. It was the ending of a cycle of attracting men that are just like my father. Because when I thought back to it, because I was doing mad introspection, trying to, just get back spiritually grounded and find myself. So as I was doing that, I realized that it's the same kind of things that these men had in common. which was all of them being super selfish, narcissistic type of men that are only really worried about themselves. You know, it's like they cared. I'm not going to say that none of them cared about me. They cared about me, but they cared about themselves more. You know, they cared about their needs more. So it's like, it has to be balanced, because me, I'm not like that. If you in my life, I'm always worried about that person. So, I'm not saying that he wasn't worried about me too, but it's not the way how I need it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, guys. I didn't expect it, but that's how life goes sometimes. You know, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But at the end of the day, to me, I feel like I still gained a lot, because I learned who I truly am. As you guys can see, now I address myself as Queen Alcine, because I know I'm a queen. You feel me? And I want to remember that. I want to keep that energy to remember that, oh, this is who I am. You know, like, I'm no less than that. I'm not just Mariah. No, I'm a whole queen, okay? And so are y'all. You feel me? So it's like, you got to do tricks to keep yourself remembering your worth. And that's what that is for me. And you're a poetic spirit warrior. I'm poetic. I write poetry, you know, so it's like, and then I'm spiritual, and then warrior, because I'm always fighting, not physically, but I'm always fighting for myself. You know, I'm always fighting for getting to the other side. No matter if I brought myself there or not, I find my damn way out. And I remember I was thinking that before too, as I was going through it, you know, mentally and emotionally, just thinking all these different things. And I had an epiphany. That I'm like, damn, every time I went to hell, per se, because I feel like all of our super negative, unbearable, painful times, I refer to that as hell. So every time I went to my levels of hell, I always had the tools and resources to get out and realize to do better. And I can only be grateful for that. You feel me? I can only be thankful for that. And that's what this is all about. You feel me? Just making us more strong, because shit, you know, sometimes you think that you're done. You think like, oh, I came to this conclusion, I learned this, I got this down packed within myself. Then the universe will give you a run for your money and show you otherwise. Like, nigga, excuse me, I'm getting comfortable, as y'all can see, but the universe will be like, nah, you gotta master this. I feel like that's what life is about, mastering your emotions and directing your attention and all of that, those type of things. You know, and that's what I want to do, and I can't have nothing to hinder that. You know, it has to be on the same kind of frequency as me. As long as, you know, we both have the same concrete goals and you know, things that we want to work towards, then we'll be good. But if anything, if it's not that, then I gotta distance myself. Because, you know, I got goals. I gotta get there. You know, I'm trying to get rich, honey. So it's like, you can get rich with me, or, you know, we gotta get rich in our separate ways. Because I still wish that for anybody. I don't feel illy towards him. I still really love him, like I said. But, you know, I gotta move forward. I gotta focus on myself. I gotta accomplish everything that I gotta accomplish. You know, because I know what that is. Period. You know, and if you know that for yourself, I don't feel like anybody should wait around for somebody to heal. Because if they're not ready to heal, and you're constantly putting all this energy, you're putting all this energy for no reason. Because the healing, you know, it has to happen when the person is ready. Not when you say, oh, nah, you need to heal right now, because I don't want this to happen to you. And that's me. You know, because I can see how things will play out, you know. So I'll tend to be kind of overbearing sometimes about it, but it's only because I care, you know. So that's one of my things that I realized about myself too. I just gotta let people be after a while of hearing something and not thinking that I can fix it, because I do have that tendency to do that, and I feel like a lot of women, we be like, nah, I can fix it, I can do it. Let me show you. But you can't do that, because by doing that, you're actually pushing the person away. And, you know, I did that, so. But, you know, it is what it is. You live and you learn. And you grow. You live, you learn, and you grow. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's what we're here for. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this. If y'all can relate, drop some of that down below. However you feel, guys. Let's open up the gate to start speaking. I'm gonna start doing weekly I'm bugging. Monthly giveaways of $50 to whoever can pick my favorite picture. I'm gonna be posting a bunch of pictures throughout the month, and then at the end of the month, well, in the beginning, I'll pick my favorite picture. I'll let you guys know when I pick my picture, which is on the 1st. And then you guys pick my picture, and if whoever picked my favorite, then you can get the $50. That $50 is yours, as long as you have Cash App and Apple Pay. But you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram so you guys can earn your money, because you gotta be a subscriber and you got to be a follower. Okay? So that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there's more to come because I'm back, and I missed you guys, and I love you guys. So stay tuned and tell a friend to tune in, okay?